Hello everyone, welcome to Royal Palace online crash course. So in last video I have discussed about vectors and we completed up to dot product and we have seen one application how to use dot product in problems. Now today one last topic is left called vector product. We will see what is vector product. So vector product is the product of two vectors which also gives a vector. So in previous case a bar dot b bar you got c, where c is a scalar quantity. Here what you are going to get, a bar cross b bar is equal to c bar, and magnitude of c bar is equal to ab sin theta. ab sin theta. This is called vector product. Now magnitude of c is ab sin theta, then how to find direction of c bar? Direction. Finding the direction in vector product is very important. Even in your second year in moving charges and magnetism you will face a lot of problems if you don't know how to find direction of the vector. So for this two rules are there, which one you feel easier that you can follow. Just I will explain the two rules. First one is you can take a bar, draw a bar and b bar. Let us assume these are a and b. A bar and b bar. These are two vectors, a bar and b bar. Now you place your right hand perpendicular to both vectors and you close your fingers in the direction of the product. Your product is a bar cross b bar, so close your fingers like this. So this gives the direction of c bar. So c bar is out of the plane now. C bar direction is out of the plane. Suppose you are doing b bar cross a bar, let us assume. So if you are doing b bar cross a bar, you have to keep your hand perpendicular to both the vectors. B cross a, this is the direction of c bar. So c bar in this case, for a bar cross b bar, c bar is out. For b bar cross a bar, c bar is into. This is the condition. Or if you are getting confused, to use this rule, you can take one more rule. You can take a screw, that is called screw rule. You can take a screw, keep that screw perpendicular to the board and rotate in the direction of the product. Suppose this, assume this as screw, you rotate in the direction of the product. What is the direction of the product? A bar cross b bar. If you are rotating a bar cross b bar, this screw is coming outside. Because you are rotating in anti-clockwise, it's just like opening the cap of a water bottle. If you are opening like this, that bottle cap will come upwards. So when you are rotating the screw like this, what happens? It is going to come upwards. So that means a bar cross b bar, if you are doing, that vector c bar is coming out of the plane. Next time you do b bar cross a bar, when you are doing b bar cross a bar, this b bar cross a bar, this screw enters into the plane of the board. Therefore b bar cross a bar is into, a bar cross b bar is out. So based on this concept, there may be many questions. They may ask theoretically, a vector is pointing towards north, another vector is pointing towards east. What is the direction of their cross product? If a bar is towards north, b bar is towards east, then what is the direction of cross product? So you can draw north and east on the paper and you can find the rule, then you can find in which direction that screw is moving, that is the direction of a bar cross b bar. And many applications are there for vector product, and how to find vector product when position vectors are given. Suppose if a bar is given as ax I cap plus ay j cap plus az k cap. If b bar is given as pxi cap plus by j cap plus bz k cap, then you can find, you have to draw a determinant structure. I, you can take j as minus j, k, ax, ay, az and bx, by, bz. First you write I into, you have to close I components and you have to see, multiply, cross you have to multiply, coming down is positive, going up is negative. So ay bz minus by az, next minus I into ax bz, minus bx az plus k into close k ax by minus bx ay. You have to close k ax by minus bx ay. So this is the formula when position vectors are given. When vectors with magnitude are given, directly you can use AB sin theta. And two vectors are said to be parallel if their cross product is 0, or if a vector b bar is equal to a number into a bar, we can tell that they are in parallel. Suppose if b bar is equal to n into a bar, we can tell that they are in parallel condition. So this is about the synopsis of vectors chapter. So this you will get in motion in a plane, but these are the fundamentals to solve any kind of problem in physics. That's why we discussed vectors as the first topic in our online crash course section. So now let us solve some problems from our material. Then I will show how to use the formulas, then so that you will get some practice, and by using this synopsis you can practice in your home the problems of our material. If you are getting any doubt, you can leave that question in our WhatsApp group of crash course, that I will discuss in the next video. So let us see some problems based on vectors here. So from our material we can see, already we have seen one question, sum of the two unit vectors. Now let us take two forces 3 Newton and 2 Newton. There are two forces 3 Newton and 2 Newton. The question is, if two forces 3 Newton and 2 Newton are at an angle theta such that the resultant is r, that means what he has given is P bar is equal to 3 Newton, magnitude of P bar is 3 Newton, magnitude of Q bar is 2 Newton. So there are two forces, means force is a vector quantity. So they are acting at an angle theta, their resultant is r. R bar is equal to magnitude of R bar is R only. Now what he has done, the first force is now increased to 6 Newton and the resultant become 2R. The first force is increased to, second time what he has done, this first force P bar is increased to 6 Newton. Q is kept same, this is case 1. In case 1, this is the condition. In case 1, when P is equal to 3 Newton, when Q is equal to 2 Newton, R is equal to R, second time P bar he made 6 Newton and Q bar he kept same 2 Newton only, then R bar is equal to, what is R bar he has given, the magnitude of R is given as 2R. So this has become 2R. So this is the question asked. Now what is asking, find the value of theta. Now let us see here, find the value of theta. So first, whenever a question is asked, first you have to analyze what he has given and what is asking. So whether he is asking my name or your name, first you have to understand the question. So what he has given and what formula we have to apply. So actually in physics, first you have to understand the concept C is equal to concept. From concept we will get definition. From concept only we will get definition. From definition we will write formula. All formulas in your textbook I will write by seeing the definition only. And this formula, if you apply and interpret, then you can solve the problems. So what you studied in PUC is information. How you are going to interpret your knowledge is competitive exams. So everybody knows parallelogram law of vectors, but how to apply that is more important. So here for this, you know P, Q, R are given, means I have to apply parallelogram law of vectors. So you can apply parallelogram law of vectors here. So if you apply parallelogram law of vectors, for first case if I apply, what you will get, capital R is equal to capital R, or R square I can write directly, R square is equal to 3 square plus 2 square, 3 square plus 2 square plus 2 into 3 into 2 cos theta. This you can take it as equation number 1. Next, for case 2, this is for case 1. What I have written is for case 1. For case 2, next in case 2, what he has done actually, this 3 he made 6. So second time resultant is 2r whole square. Second time resultant has become 2r square. 2r whole square is equal to, this 3 has become 6. So 6 square plus 2 square plus 2 into 6 into 2. 2 into 6 into 2 is equal to into cos theta is equation number 2. Now up to here everybody can do. Now next step what we have to do? So that we'll see here. R square is equal to, this is 3 square is 9, 2 square is 4, 3 square is 9, 2 square is 4. So 9 plus 4 is 13. 13 plus 4 into 3, 12 cos theta. 12 cos theta. Next 4r square is equal to 36 plus 4. 6 square is 36. Then 2 square is 4. 36 plus this is 2 into 6, 24 cos theta. Now here two unknowns are there, r also we don't know, cos theta also we don't know. So for that reason one we have to get cancel. So what I can do, the first equation I can multiply with 4. I will multiply with 4. Then if I subtract, then you will get the answer. First equation, see here this equation I am multiplying with 4. What you will get, 4r square is equal to 52 plus 12 4s are 48 cos theta. Now subtract these two equations. So 36 minus 52. 36 minus 52, how much you will get? 52 minus 36, you will get it as 4, 6, 16. So 16 plus 24, 16 or 12? 24 minus 24 cos theta minus 24 cos theta is equal to 0. Okay. Once again you verify any mistake we have done. 13 into 4 is 52. So you just solve this and find cos theta. Find cos theta for this. This is 36 plus 4. So 36 plus 4, here you will get 40. Here you will get 40. Then this value will be 12. Cos theta will be equal to 12 by 24. then cos theta is equal to 1 by 2, theta is equal to 120 degrees. Theta is equal to, this will be minus 12, this will be minus 24, so this you will get minus 12 by 24, so you will get minus 1 by 2, theta is equal to 120 degrees. So physics part is completed here only, the remaining thing is mathematics. So for writing this value, physics part is completed. Substitution is mathematics only. So here you substitute 6 square plus 2 square is 40. Then first equation you multiply with 4, then 4r square plus 52 plus 48 cos theta. Then subtract 1 from 2, 40 minus 52 is minus 12, and 24 minus 48 is minus 24 cos theta. So cos theta is equal to minus 12 by 24, cos theta is equal to minus 1 by 2, then theta is equal to 120 degrees. This is the condition. So this is how you will get the problem. And next one more problem we'll do. The resultant of two vectors A and B is perpendicular to vector A and its magnitude is equal to half of the magnitude of vector B. See, there are two vectors are there. The resultant of two vectors A and B is perpendicular to vector A. So there is a resultant, question number 2, there is a resultant of A and B. This is A, this is B. Resultant of these two vectors is perpendicular to A. This is the resultant. That means this is the diagram. This is A, this is R, this is B. This is the diagram. Resultant of two vectors A and B is perpendicular to A and its magnitude is equal to half of the magnitude of vector B. So this R is given as B by 2. So what he has given in the question is two vectors are there A and B whose resultant is R B by 2 perpendicular to A. Now if this is A, by using parallelogram law this is also A. This angle you take it as theta. This angle you take it as theta. And by using trigonometric functions you can find this theta, because this you know B, this is B by 2. Adjacent side is known. This hypotenuse is known, adjacent side is known. So cos theta is equal to B by 2 by B. Then cos theta is equal to 1 by 2. That means this value you will get it as 60 degrees. Then what is asking is total angle is asking. So total angle is equal to total angle, take it as alpha. Alpha is equal to 60 plus 90. Therefore alpha is equal to, you will get 150 degrees. So this is the condition. So the question is the vectors A and B, it is perpendicular, resultant is perpendicular. If this is A, this is also A, this is B, this is also B, then you will get alpha is equal to 150 degrees. So remaining problems, some model problems we will do in the next session. And you can practice your material. If you have any doubts you can leave in the comment, you can leave in the WhatsApp group, so that we will answer your questions in the next class. So these are the conditions how to apply the formulas. So thank you for joining me.